No, that's not a draft link. The draft links are like super long.
There we go. Here we
Oh,
go.
okay. We are finally getting here. Starting here, 11 minutes, well, more like 20 minutes late. But okay, the team, Thunder Kitties, just got some random members in time just before they're about to lose, thank goodness. So we will have a match
Literally
here.
random.
And looks like nuclear option. Yep, there's the Li Ming ban. Of course, she's the most dangerous hero in the game right now. So if you don't ban her and the enemy team gets her, you're probably going to lose. So let's see what Thunder Kitties is going to ban out here. Probably.
You really gotta get to her like
Yeah.
with a team and wipe her out very quickly.
Yeah, it's just it requires like all of you to do it, whereas it just requires one of her to kill all of you. So it's like
Yeah. You really need some team coordination, and quite frankly, with two randoms off the internet, I don't know if
that's gonna
Thunder
happen.
Kitties is gonna have that.
They'll probably look to ban out KT or Zagara here, the most priority options. Whether or not they actually end up banning them, we'll see. But yeah, the Li Ming ban, I saw 1 or 2 games in the last few weeks where she got through, and it was bad news for the team who didn't have her. And of course, Rhaegar now is like the king of the game with some 62% win rate or something outrageous. So it's very possible we'll see a Rhaegar ban here as well because he's so strong. What's interesting is with the rise of the
there's the Rhaegar
yes, no, he's so good. He's so hard to win a game against a Rhaegar. So we now have a first pick for the side of Nuclear Option. I like these team names: Nuclear Option and Thunder Kitties. Sounds like some big kabooms are gonna go on. Someone better pick Gazlo, or I'll be disappointed. Or Nova for the nuclear strike. Precision strike. Yeah, there's a KT first pick. He got a minor nerf. He's actually got a fairly solid nerf recently in this patch. His Netherlapse is now a 1 second stun. His Arcane Barrier lasts 2 less seconds and 50% less shield, stuff like that. But he's still a really good hero because they didn't touch Living Bomb into Chain Bomb and all that. That's still as devastating as ever, but
I was literally gonna say I feel like he was never a bad hero.
No, he got nerfed because he's too good a hero.
There's someone who was a bad hero for a while.
Oh yeah. No, KT was never a bad hero.
Lord.
Yeah, Diablo was in a bad spot. They minorly nerfed one of his W talents, the Fire Stomp, at level 13 maybe or level 7. I forget which. I think the level 7 talent they turned down the damage a little bit because he was just doing a little too much damage. Like for somebody that isn't Sonya or something as a bruiser. So they would really smart to pair this Diablo pick with Tyrande, which is the standard wombo combo duo that's really strong and hard to beat. But it looks like they're going to go with a Morales.
That's good too.
That is good too. You do need the burst heal versus the burst damage of, say, the Kel'Thas. That being said, Nuclear Option could snipe Tyrande if they wanted. I mean, Rhaegar has stolen the support spotlight lately, but Tyrande is still incredibly strong. Damage amp
and really, like any team could use Tyrande.
Exactly,
like,
exactly.
She's just so powerful at just following up with other heroes and just really reassuring that you're going to win that situation.
100% agree with you. I feel like she's a little under the radar now almost because people are like, ooh, shiny new Rhaegar, and oh, Tyrande got some nerfs, and blah, blah, blah. But she's still as strong as ever, honestly. It's just she's not overpowered. There's a difference, right, between still being really good and being, like, broken, so.
Yeah, and she relies a lot on, obviously, your team being there, and if any of your team has a stun, it's just, like, free arrow. Which just basically means getting it.
Yeah, exactly, which is why the Diablo is so scary. He has guaranteed slam into arrow is just stuns for days. Oh, we have a Thrall pick for the side of Nuclear Option. They thought about that one for quite a while. Opening with both assassins is a little interesting. Usually I see teams reserving their the rest of their assassin picks for maybe, a third or fourth pick or even fifth. But it looks like they are thinking of going triple assassin out of the gate, which means they will need a warrior and a support if they pick this Raynor.
I'm kind of excited for this Thrall pick. I haven't really seen him getting picked too much. So
really? Because he's super meta.
Noticed, obviously,
so...
well, he's coming back now, but I mean, like, not even a month ago, like, you never saw Thrall. Like, he just disappeared.
Well,
and now he's, like, coming back, and I've
you've
noticed,
been
like,
playing too much.
either come up and it's just like...
I'm surprised to see the Murden ban, honestly. Murden got a huge nerf to Avatar, and he's not top tier warrior anymore by any means. Diablo, ETC, and Stitches are all more are way stronger than Murden right now. I mean, he's still a really annoying hero, but he's not nearly as annoying as he was with that Avatar mini stun and stuff. So it looks like we'll have a Jaina ban from Nuclear Option after the Murden ban from Thunder Kitties, and it is indeed a Jaina ban. Pretty smart, because Jaina Diablo is also really annoying, or Apocalypse into, Jaina's Blizzards and stuff like that.
Here comes Zagara.
Yeah, our girl Zagara. Kyle and I, my co-caster Kyle here, we're both big Zagara fans, and she's also really strong on this map.
She's just so good at like anything.
She's good at any map and any comp, but in this map particularly, with the endless creep at 7, you can just spread your vision all over the middle, and that really helps you navigate the middle team fights, because then you don't have all that annoying fog to deal with. I mean, the last game I casted, a team literally lost walking into fog in the end, like level 20 plus. So, Zagara creep helps mitigate that sort of problem. And we have a Vala pick. That's interesting.
I was about to say.
You see, I knew Nuclear Option was going to pick Uther, which is why I was really surprised to see a Murden ban, because Uther just made the most sense given Morales is taken and Rhaegar's banned. The next option's Uther. I mean, you could say Karazim, but Uther pairs better with Thrall in general, and he has hard CC. Oh, hey!
Oh, ETC.
They did. Well, they need a warrior and a support, so they still might see the Uther pick. I expected an ETC just because Dance wins games straight up. Yeah, there's the Uther pick. So they didn't need to ban the Murden on Thunder Kitties. That was a mistake because they weren't going to pick him, I feel like. Stitches is also really strong on this map because you get one hook, someone's way out of position, you blow him up, right? So I feel like the Murden ban was a misplay, or even if they picked the Murden, it wouldn't have been as dangerous as like this Uther or ETC. They should have looked to ban that, and they will probably, or I shouldn't say probably, they will potentially live to regret it. Let's find out. Let's get the game started. You may not start a game while there are pending players. What? Are you gonna have to jump in here after all?
Oh wow, that one of them left?
I think so. Masa coming back.
Oh god.
Well, okay, we have another pending player situation, but for the moment, we have a Kael'thas, Thrall, Raynor, ETC, Uther for Nuclear Option, and a Falstad, I forgot to call that, a Falstad, Vala, Zagara, Lieutenant Morales, Diablo for Thunder Kitties. This poor team just doesn't have the luck. I mean, people join and leave and leave and join. Mid-draft.
Very strange.
Yeah, I've never had this much difficulty getting a game started in the, about dozen games I've casted now. Isn't too many, but most people just show up, or they're a minute or two late. I mean, you might have to hop in, but I'd rather you didn't. I'd much rather have you on the cast. Okay, they're trying somebody else.
I mean, I also don't really play any of those heroes except Kael'thas.
There we go. We have a Mr. Strange.
Thank the Lord.
Alright, let's get the game started.
Gretzky, that was close.
So we just have to wait to make sure everyone picks the appropriate heroes. I don't know, you might have to hit the ready button in the middle yourself. I'm not sure. As the observer. You have a ready button?
Oh, yes.
Okay, well, yeah, you should hit it. You just, whatever you do, don't hit start game. I don't think you can necessarily because I'm the referee, but yeah. Okay, well, this is going to be an interesting team fights going on here. We have triple assassin on the side of Nuclear Option. That being said, we have basically 4 squishies and Diablo on the side of Thunder Kitties. So this is really going to be a game of attrition. Who can kill who first, and who can stay alive long enough through the burst damage both teams have a lot of. Okay, let's make sure everyone has their proper heroes. Looks like there's 2 Zagaras going on, so we have to wait until they figure that out. Falstad instead of Uther, FYI. Yeah, it shows Uther and it shows Falstad in the draft. What? Wait a minute. Abyss is.
Oh, Falstad on their team.
Wait a minute. Abyss is Nuclear Option. Wait a minute, but both teams. Wait. I I think both teams picked Falstad.
No.
Are we saying
Nuclear option is Kel'Thas, Thrall, Raynor, etc. Uther. The other team is Falstad, Vala, Zagara, Lieutenant
Yeah,
Morales,
no.
and
It just sometimes the draft like lags out, and they say, "Oh, we actually picked this hero, not the one it showed." So I thought they were saying they meant to pick Falstad, but then the other team, you can see my confusion. It's happened before in some of the games I've casted. Okay, it looks like everyone is in fact ready. I will switch over to the game in just a moment. As soon as we're at the loading screen. Here we go. Alright, we're now officially streaming the game. Alright, so who do you think is going to win this one, Kyle? Who are you going for? The nuclear option, blue team, or the Thunder Kitties, red team?
I don't see names, Ripper. I only see colors.
I know, you have to overlay the names. That's something I haven't done yet in my streams.
I think I'm going to have to say... I think I gotta give it to Zagara. I think she's really gonna give them the push. And the vision needed for this map. And I gotta give the advantage to the red team.
Interesting. I definitely have to lean towards blue team, only because of the utility they provide. But we'll see. So on the side of nuclear option, we have Caramel Chewy on the Uther, who's totally not a street drug. We have Abyss on Kel'Thas. We have Luope Jiggy on Raynor. Salazar on ETC. Brosidius on Thrall. And on the side of Thunder Kitties, we have X-Specs on Diablo, Bags on Vala, Clivo on Lieutenant Morales, Mr. Strange on Falstad, and Prophylactic on the Zagara. And Mr. Strange and Prophylactic are both subs for this match. Yeah, they had to pull some randoms from like Reddit chat. Oops, I think my
and they're lucky they
roll
got
speed's too high. Yeah, the game was about to be forfeit. So what's going on down here? We might have a gank bottom on by the blue team on this Zagara you're rooting for. Well, that Morales. No, Morales has scouted them out with a grenade. Oh, but that is one. No, is she? Can Morales heal her?
No.
First blood on the Zagara. You can't handle the 5-man. Well,
I totally just remembered that the red team is the rando one.
Yeah, I remember that too. A little too late. I mean, if there had even been one less member there of nuclear option, the blue team, she probably would have lived. But it was literally a 5-on-1. Morales even scouted it out with the grenade. Like
Caramel Chewy's passing it around, you know.
Whoops! I missed a kill top.
Explosions.
Whoops!
Top.
Diablo.
Kel'Thas and ETC combo too strong.
Yeah, but Thrall died. I'm not sure to what I missed it. I was too busy yakking about bottom. Let's talk about talent picks really quick. So Thrall went for his Chain Lightning, mana regain, Chain Lightning, longer cast range. ETC went for the Power Slide. Raynor actually went for the more extra heal. That's interesting. Kel'Thas went for the Mana Addict, so you'll be looking at him to gather globes. And Uther also going for the Conjurer's Pursuit, so both heroes will be looking to get globes. Whoa, the Zagara again caught out. Nope, she's getting healed up. The move speed by a creep and making her survive.
Good old Morales.
And Diablo went for, looks like Black Soulstone Reduc. Yeah, oh, he went for Soul Feast. No, okay, they changed his icons. And, I don't know my Vala. Composite Arrows on the Vala. Medic for the Trauma Trigger. Falstad, of course, Seasoned Marksman. And Zagara for the Creep Reconstitution. Oh, looks like, ETC trying to get some kills here. That Falstad is so dead. So dead. He just blew up from a firebomb. And I'm pretty sure I saw blood and feathers go everywhere. Even though this game isn't that gory. But it would have been. So the aggro here really going the way of nuclear option, the blue team, 3-1. But this is just the beginning. Ultimately, the game's all about who wins the game in the end. No matter how much you may or may not be winning early. So we will see. But so far, the 5-man aggro combo, nuclear option showing its weight. ETC again. Thrall and ETC a little out of position here, though. Oh, Diablo going down quickly, but Morales heal. And that Thrall got slimmed back in. He is very likely going to lose his life, and he will, in fact, go down. Nuclear option being forced to retreat. Getting a little out of position there. Oh, this Felstad cheekily chasing the Uther. Yes, your team is winning now, Kyle. Oh, but they're about to eat some stuns. Oh, they just missed. That Rainer, ETC, can he heal himself?
Me a pizza.
Oh no, the Felstad hammer, too strong, slaying.
That's right, boys. That's right. I have gathered ye from all the corners of the internet. Do my
Yeah,
bidding.
I mean, no, that was some very tight play there by Thunder Kitties. Well, this this Thrall got a little out of position. Followed up. Oh, this Gara though, they are hating on the poor Zagara so hard. Diablo though, probably in a little bit of trouble now. He leapt into multiple members of Nuclear Option here, but he's pretty tanky. And now Morales is healing him up. He might live through this, but they are no. The Nether Laps will in fact kill him. They do. This Vala might now be. Oh, this Vala is now. She is just.
So dead.
Yeah, overstaying your welcome. This is what
Way too much.
this is what staying too long looks like. You die. A lot of people die, and then you're sad.
They should have got out of there the moment Zagara dropped.
The good news is though, they have taken down Nuclear Option's Immortal quite a lot. So they just might. Well, no, that's.
They might be able to get
They
this.
might though. This stun though from the Immortal doing a lot of work.
Yeah,
And
the stun.
no,
not really
it's
dodging this.
no, it's
No. But they can take it down a lot.
Yeah.
It'll die quickly. Yeah. Barely anything.
yeah, and this is the first Immortal. It dies so quickly anyway. It's sort of irrelevant.
Yeah. Yeah, this one, even if you have it at full shields.
It dies so quickly.
Yeah. it's
Yeah.
super fast.
All right.
It's
Well,
concentrated.
let's take a moment to talk about level 4 talent picks since level 7's approaching. And Thrall is going full Chain Lightning build. ETC going full Power Slide build. Raynor, of course, going for that. Oh, but this Felstad, though, looking like he is not going to. Oh my god! Wow!
Oh, my lord.
This is exactly why they picked Lieutenant Morales after that first Kel'Thas pick. They needed
It's all
to
about those
heal.
clutch heals.
They needed to heal against his burst damage of Flame Strike and Living Bomb, and here it is at work. This Immortal, though, doing a decent bit of work, pushing through these towers, looking to kill their Sippy Cup, as our friend Sims likes to call it, and down goes the Immortal. But level 7 now for Nuclear Option, not quite for Thunder Kitties, but let's talk about some more talent picks. Again, we have follow through by Thrall, we didn't even finish last time. This Vala, though, bad idea. Thrall must not have had root up, or she would have died right there. Follow through from the Thrall, ETC going, I think, Groupies. Just keep rocking, excuse me. Raynor going for the Revolution Overdrive, focused attack. Kel'Thas, of course, is standard. Cookie Cutter, KT build, Netherlaps increase, followed by Fission Bomb. Uther going Protective
Oh,
Shield and
God.
Cleanse. Top. Oh, Raynor almost died top, yep.
Yeah.
And
almost-
level 7 approaching for Nuclear Option. Oh, this Felstad is looking very dead with a root and an ETC. He will explode. And down goes our
That
feathery
power
friend.
slide into-
Yeah, the ETC went double Power Slide talent, so he's going to slide in there really fast and really quick. It's basically a hit and run with the guitar. So level 4 talents we didn't even cover for Thunder Kitties. We have Fire Devil on the Diablo, Arsenal on the Vala, Advanced Block for the Medic, Empiric Assault for Felstad, and Venom Spines for Zagara, of course. Zagara now going to Constitution for her level 7. That's a smart pickup for this game, where the middle fight is often decided by sustain power, who can, has the most mana, the most health, so Reconstitution gives her, Rapid Incubation, gives her that on demand, which is pretty nice. And looks like Felstad went for the Power Throw, or Secret Weapon, Lieutenant Morales for a Radiate, pretty good option versus the melee. Repeating Arrow and Battle Momentum on the Diablo. So how much has Zagara managed to spread her creep around here, if any? She didn't go for that endless creep, so she doesn't...
Which is really costing her.
It is costing her. I mean, I can see why she took the Rapid Incubation, but it's not necessarily the best idea. So
I don't know if this is a race that they can win.
well, they're going to switch at half, right? And then they're going to look to get some kills. So the thing is, though, even though they're a little behind on the Immortal, Nuclear Option has 2 creep camps and Merc camps and lane pushing, which are going to free
That's
push
huge.
while all this goes down. So even if they lose the Immortal, they're in really good shape right now. They're also winning the fight to level 10. As you can see, they're basically there in half a level. In fact, oh, this Kel'Thas, this Kel'Thas. Run, KT, run! You're... Netherlaps, where's the Netherlaps? Oh!
Oh.
Oh, but this medic is going down, down, down. a counter gank here. It's Fast and the Furious. Level 10 is achieved for Nuclear Option, and no, there's a dance! And this level 10 will definitely secure the fight for Nuclear Option.
Definitely. Being 2 levels down, especially with ultimates up, that's really
It
huge.
is. So we immediately saw a Sunder and a Moshpit use. This Falstad is also sadly going to lose his life. We have a Divine Shield on Uther, a Phoenix on the Kel'Thas, and of course Hyperion on the Rainer. That is 3 members, I believe. Yes, 3 members down in total for Thunder Kitties. It started off as a great fight, quickly went sideways due to the level 10 instant gain. This medic not in the best place to be. This Falstad being a little crazy with that flying Space Cow going. We're rocking. Yeah.
This one's going to be a little bit stronger than the last one, and the last one did some pretty good work.
And they still do not have level 10. This is the problem. They'll have it in the next 30 seconds, but that's still 30 seconds of free push where they can't really contest. Hyperion's still available. Divine Shield's still available.
If Blue can just keep this up, they'll just keep out leveling them, and once they get, if it even goes.
I'm really not sure what Diablo is doing here. Solo Ramboing the entire blue team. It's going to cost him his life. Maybe no.
He's lucky. He's got Morales.
He's got Morales. But well, now it's probably going to cost him his life. He's eating Hyperion. Nope. Morales again to save the day.
Just save.
And a Falstad Mighty Gust there pushed the whole Nuclear Option team back. Oh, that is a very dead follow though. And this is Diablo Apocalypse, big Apocalypse.
Diablo going crazy again without any of his teammates.
Unfortunately, there's no follow-up available. That was a great Apocalypse, other than the fact that his team wasn't available to capitalize on it. You really can't make those kind of crazy plays when an Immortal's pushing on you and the whole team. You have to engage the team alone or wait until the Immortal's down. I mean, Diablo had quick res, so he did burn all his souls, so he wasn't too concerned, I guess, but still, he did use up his Apocalypse, which, conversely, he took Apocalypse. Falstad Mighty Gust, we have Syndrome on Morales. Vala had Strafe, which she actually used, but must have gotten cancelled right away in the Apocalypse on the Diablo. So, this Zagara, probably going to get a little bullied by Thrall, but she'll dodge it. Nuclear Option taking the Siege Camp top. This Falstad looking to contest. And Thunder Kitties taking their Bruiser Camp here in the middle. So, looks like bottom will be the next contention point. Yeah, I mean, this is... Who are the randoms? The randoms are the Falstad and the Zagara. So, I actually find it odd that the actual team members aren't communicating as well as the randoms. This Morales is in big trouble. This is all body blocking here, but it looks like she might get away. We have a Strafe on the Vala, instantly cancelled by the KT, and there's a Chain Bomb.
Get out.
This Diablo is sadly not going to live.
He went balls deep again.
Yeah, he's being way too aggro. Diablo's meant to be aggro, but only when there's follow-up. So he's just being a little too crazy, not to mention they're down a big talent tier, that level 13. I mean, Thrall has the Grace of Air, Showstopper on the ETC, Double-Barreled on Rainer, Chain Bomb on the KT, and Shrink Ray on the Uther. Like, those are some nasty talents, and that it's just you're down some stats, you're down some damage.
Not only that, but look at Blue. Look at the experience pulls. They're almost up by... They're almost up by 3.
This Falstad, again out of position, but it being saved by Barrel Roll. Oh, there's a Rainer Stun, Nether Lapse. So, Falstad Mighty Gust. Low cooldown on Mighty Gust, only 40 seconds, so it really can basically be abused for little to no repercussion. Not like some 2-minute cooldown. I don't think Diablo and Lieutenant Morales understand how Chain Bomb works. Unfortunately, they need to not stand together. Spread the love. Do not spread the KT love.
Do not spread the KT.
Eat it like a bad STD. Diablo going in now, slamming the Uther down. A big Sunder, and there's an ETC dance, which will finish off the Vala. Uther will Divine Shield himself, and Diablo will go down. The Zagara being munched by the Thrall, blown up, and there is a Mighty Gust. Now, ETC might drop here. In fact, he will go down to, I don't know what, either a Falstad or a Medic Grenade. But this is bad news for Thunder Kitties right now. They are down 3 members. Their Immortal is half dead. And 3-for-1 trade, going the way of Nuclear Option.
I was going to say, they don't even need to contest. They can just kill
Yeah,
it.
they really don't. They can just ignore it. So, That
Heal
was
up like
that
serial
was a
killer.
decent engagement by Thunder Kitties. The problem was, and I'm basically eating my words, they didn't have the Felstad Mighty Gust. You see, he used it the second it was available, but it was too late to save 2, 3 members of his team. So he used it a little prematurely bottom. He didn't really need to use it there. The nuclear option wasn't actually engaging. This Zagara, though, really out of position. She doesn't have the creep to save her, and she will definitely get chunked down by this Thrall and this Rainer, unless the medic can somehow save her life. But no, the medic was galloping out to try and save her.
She's dead, Jim.
So we do have level 13 for Thunder Kitties now, and it looks like we have Firestorm on the Diablo, Frost Shot on the Vala, Couples Therapy for the Morales, Giant Killer for the Felstad, and Group Spines. Oh, there's a big Mighty Gust disengage.
Wow, that was a great ult.
And there is a Stim Drone
Just-
on the Vala, but the Vala isn't hitting anything with Stim Drone. Not the best. Oh, there goes a big Diablo Apocalypse jumping in on the Thrall. A big Sunder. Oh my goodness. We have a strafe. Disengage. That was a good strafe. That was actually a good disengage. I mean, excuse me, a good engage with the Diablo. But the problem is they have Divine Shield. They have Sunder. They have ETC Dance. And there is a 4-man dance with the ETC.
Oh my
This
Lord.
is going to absolutely
It's
destroy
gone.
them. This is going to
Get
be
outta
a
here.
possibly... Yes, Thrall's gonna just zap him
This is
with a
over.
Q. And he
They're gonna
will,
win
yeah,
right
this
here.
is game, ladies and gents. I'm afraid. GG, well played indeed. Nuclear option proving a little too dominant.
You could just see the teamwork coming out of
Nuclear
out of
option,
the-
yeah, versus Thunder
yeah,
Kitties.
nuclear option was just on point that game. You could really tell they were a team and really can play off
Yeah,
each other.
I mean, yeah, absolutely.
The level advantage and just
Yeah.
the teamwork in the fights.
Yeah, I mean, the funny thing is, the Falstad and the Zagara were the randoms, but they were making some of the better plays. I mean, okay, I can't say that for the Zagara. I saw one Ma all game at the very end, and she did get caught out bottom there at a pretty key moment. But I would say best player on the side of red team, Thunder Kitties, it would have been Felstad, and he's not even part of the team. I mean, the Morales, okay, I gotta give props to the Morales as well. Clivo, you did really good as well.
Saving people. He was on the ball.
Yeah, like those are some super clutch heals. He didn't get out of position. He died a few times, but that wasn't, him like making a misplay. It was just like the team getting charged. Diablo, buddy, you're way too Rambo. Diablo is not John Rambo. He's Diablo. He needs team backup. He's the Lord of Terror, but you got to be the Lord of team play. I'm afraid the Vala didn't really do anything in that game either. Honestly, I mean, I don't
Honestly,
know.
when you were mentioning that nice strafe, I was like, yeah, I think that's pretty much the only good thing.
That's why I was mentioning it, because it was like the first good play she did without dying, or the strafe didn't get
I feel like I
canceled.
mentioned that in the draft. I was like, really, Vala?
Yeah, no, Vala.
It's a little weird.
Vala's always been a high pick, but she has something like a 45% win rate, and it's just she's too squishy. The meta is
I don't
too
think
burst.
she's that good.
She,
I think there's just
yeah.
so many better people right now that can do her job better and just way easier.
well, what they would have needed to make the Vala work is another frontliner, but they only picked one frontliner versus. Well, okay, ETC, Thrall, Uther, like you have triple melee versus one, and all those melees have stuns and disables. Like Diablo can only bully one person other than through Apocalypse, right? ETC can bully like 3 people at a time. Thrall with Sunder can split your entire team apart, right? It's just like
That beautiful 4-man dance.
the foreman dance
my
at the
gosh.
end. I know, it was fantastic.
Just gorgeous.
We had an empowered KT Flame Strike, Thrall in there beating people up. Rainer, of course, chunking people down. I mean, yeah, I would say props to both supports on the teams, but gotta give it pretty big time to Nuclear Options frontline. The Thrall and ETC did a lot of major work. I have to say, the Thrall got out of position a couple times early around the Immortals. He sort of wandered too close to the Diablo alone, then got slammed and knocked away.
But he quickly rectified that.
Yeah, he was more careful after that. I noticed he didn't.
Learned his lesson.
Yeah, he learned his lesson quick, which is honestly what a lot of MOBA games are about, right? Like you need to adapt to what the enemy team's doing to you, right? Just like in Dota or whatever other thing, like, like the lane psychology, right? Like what's going on here. So there's less of that in something like Heroes, but it's nice to see players adapting. I'm not, anything I say about players' plays in this game isn't judgmental. It's critical feedback because I give out the VOD and the analysis. So if people want to rewatch or see what us casters have to say, like, oh yeah, So I'm not hitting on anybody. Everyone's having fun, or at least trying to have fun and trying to play and trying to team play and stuff like that. So I liked the potential behind Thunder Kitties draft because you have something like Zagarama into Apocalypse, which is really strong, and then you can dump like Vala Falstad damage on top of it. But that's a little too wombo combo reliant. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
that's like an all-in-one. It's either gonna work and you're gonna destroy them, or something
yeah.
it's just gonna ruin
Exactly. So they didn't have any other combo. I mean, okay, you had Morales to stim Felstad or Vala, but they're too squishy to stand there and auto attack versus a Rainer and a Thrall and an ETC and an Uther being up. And like, there's way too much damage coming out of. If it was the reverse, if they had maybe the Rainer instead of the Vala, though at that point I believe the Rainer was already picked, or even Greymane, like they probably could have done a bit more with like the Assassin, but they really needed to pick another melee, honestly. Again, Diablo's good, but when he's solo melee, he's not that happy. He really isn't. Not the best use of him. Like, he's a ganker, he's a displacer. He really needs that team backup. So Diablo was, in one sense, making the right moves, but at the wrong time. Like, he was comboing well. He landed multiple, like, big-time apocalypses on the enemy team. The problem was his team was just in zero position to follow up on it every time he did that. So yeah, gotta look for that. But that was a pretty fun game, despite the whole drama of the drafting and late players and stuff. Unfortunately, a little
game that never starts.
Yeah, fortunately, a little one-sided. Towards the way of nuclear option, but Thunder Kitties can pick up their socks or whatever, and
two more team members.
Yeah, get their actual team. It's also very possible. They're just really used to playing with those other players. The two randoms they pulled on, I'm assuming they probably weren't on voice chat as well and stuff like that, but still, the randoms weren't really the problem. I mean, that Felstad was MVP for me, other than the Morales. Morales Felstad were like very solid. Vala Diablo, I'm afraid, needs a little work on their. Overall, the draft needed work because, like you said, it's an all or nothing. Like, it either works amazingly or it doesn't work at all. And I've been guilty of drafting that before as well. I mean, not necessarily recently, but definitely throughout my hot time.
We pick into it.
Yeah.
You get the picture in your head and you see it happen in your mind. You're like, I can make that happen.
Exactly.
But it's a lot harder to do
in real time. Rather than in it. I absolutely agree. Like, oh, that's an amazing combo. Let's do that. And then you're like, shit, we can't ever pull this combo off.
Halfway through the game, this is so hard to land.
and Ma is hard to land because it's a delayed. It's almost like a skill shot in a sense. Like, it's a target area, but it has a delay to it. So you really got to time it, and you're fighting a lot of mobile heroes. ETC's sliding around everywhere. Thrall gains move speed. Rainer gains move speed. KT's just kiting, casting spells. Like, it's not that easy to Ma that team. And I'd say a little bit of a misplay from the Zagara by not taking Endless Creep at 7. I mean, the Rapid Incubation I've taken before, but that's when things are like super crazy and you don't have a good healer. I mean, you have Morales on your team. You don't really need the Rapid Incubation.
Yeah, having the extra creep and vision for those immortal fights would have been very, very.
It's basically.
That's what I was kind of banking on them getting.
It's basically literally like 50% of the reason to pick Zagara on Battlefield of Eternity is for Endless Creep. Practically, like more so than on any other map.
Because you can literally just stay behind a wall and hit them.
Yeah, exactly.
You're just completely safe, free damage, and that's what'll get you the fight in there.
If they had done something like, instead of the Vala, maybe taken a Stitches.
That would have been huge.
They could have comboed the Zagara creep, get 0 fog, and get big Stitches hooks, like right into their team, just blow people up. You know, like
Not only that, you had Zagara too, so you just get your vision with the creep, you get the hook, and then when the team runs up to come and help the hook, Maw.
yeah, yeah. Just with a slight tweak to their draft, I feel like they could have made their lives so much easier in that game. Just a little tweak. I'd say the Vala was probably the weakest, not the player, the pick. The Vala pick was just a no-no. Really, you really needed another meleeer. The Stitches would have been ideal. You could have probably gotten away with this Sonya, or even taken ETC yourself, possibly. You know, ETC instead of Apocalypse, they have like it was Fire Breath, and you just like roast everybody while they're dancing, and just a slight tweak. Literally, like one different hero pick in that draft, and I think it could have gone way better for them and given them a much bigger fighting chance. But actually, our next games, we got to get going. I don't know if you want to hop on the next game, but it's starting in 13 minutes. So,
Sure.
winner of round one is